America faces a formidable demographic challenge marked by a pronounced trend of population decline across its counties. From 2010 to 2020, more than half of the nation's counties, which encompass 25% of the American population, experienced a decline in population. During the same years, the United States population grew by on average 0.7% per year. As the growth rate was almost double in the 1990s, the 2010s was the decade with the slowest growth since the Great Depression. In 2021, the Census Bureau calculated that the population increased by only 0.2%, which was the smallest growth rate ever recorded in the country. In the next 10 years, studies suggest that the population will likely increase by about 4%, which means roughly 0.4% growth each year. The trend is expected to continue after as well. This decline reflects a broader slowdown in population growth influenced by declining birth rates and shifting immigration patterns. The total fertility rate, i.e. the expected number of children per woman, falling to 1.7, which is way below the replacement level of 2.1, indicating a reliance on immigration to bolster population numbers. Unfortunately, immigration rates showing a downward trajectory since the 1990s, further complicating the demographic outlook. This immigration slowdown, coupled with a decline in fertility rates, underscores the challenges of maintaining long-term population stability. The emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic added another layer of complexity to America's demographic dynamics. The pandemic's immediate impact included a surge in deaths and disruptions to immigration flows due to closed borders and reduced diplomatic activities. A comparative analysis of America's demographic challenges with those of other nations reveals a broader global trend of slowing population growth. Countries like China, France, and the United Kingdom grapple with population decline. However, America differs from Britain or France in that its population exhibits a much higher tendency to relocate within the country. Also, a lot of American public funding happens on a local, as opposite to federal, level. This can create a lot of problems. The ramifications of population decline extend far beyond demographic statistics, permeating into the economic and social fabric of the country. Local economies feel the strain as shrinking populations translate into reduced consumer demand, leading to bankruptcies and job losses. Schools grapple with declining enrollments, straining resources, and hindering their ability to offer comprehensive educational programs. Public services face challenges as well, with fewer taxpayers supporting essential services like healthcare, law enforcement, and infrastructure maintenance. Only 8% of the funds for primary and secondary education come from the federal government, and less than 25% on law enforcement, making them very dependent on the local taxes. In America, local and regional authorities collect almost half of all taxes, whereas in France, this number is only 20%, and in Britain, it's just 6%. Most likely higher local taxes will be required to cover for the leading people. The biggest risk is for government workers' pension funds, as most of them are funded locally. In 2013, when Detroit faced bankruptcy, the state of Michigan rescued its pensioners. However, these rescues rely on the state having relatively stable finances, which might not be the case going forward. On top of it, this downward spiral can trigger reinforcing cycles of decline, where property values plummet due to decreased demand, leading to housing deterioration and further population exodus. Demographic challenges can exacerbate existing political divisions as shrinking communities grapple with competing priorities and limited resources. Addressing demographic decline requires a politically sensitive and inclusive approach, fostering dialogue and collaboration among diverse stakeholders to develop sustainable solutions that prioritize the needs of all citizens. To address demographic decline effectively, strategic interventions are necessary across multiple fronts. Investing in infrastructure, education, and healthcare in shrinking regions can stimulate economic activity and attract new residents. Innovative policies, such as incentives for remote workers and businesses, can revitalize local economies and promote population retention. Collaborative efforts between federal, state, and local authorities, as well as private sector involvement, are crucial for implementing sustainable solutions. In conclusion, America's demographic crossroads demand a comprehensive and forward-thinking approach. The economic, social, and political implications of population decline necessitate strategic interventions that prioritize inclusive growth and community resilience. By investing in innovative solutions and fostering collaboration across government and private sectors, America can navigate its demographic challenges effectively and ensure a vibrant future for generations to come.